From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Monday, March 4th of 2024. I'm Amy Rose, and this is what's going on. Investigators are trying to determine what sparked a fatal fire late Thursday afternoon on South Canyon Road. The fire was reported around 4:30 p.m. when a passerby reported witnessing smoke coming from the attic area. When fire crews arrived, they witnessed minimal smoke coming from a window in the back of the house and said the interior created challenges due to tight spaces. The person who died was the only one inside the home at the time of the fire. A bill requiring the Department of Health to create a video explaining the state's abortion law is heading to the governor's desk. Kevin Phillips has the details.
The Senate approved HB 1224 on Thursday in a 31-3 vote. The House passed it earlier in the session. It's in response to concerns over potential confusion on the state's abortion law. When the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, a trigger law banned all abortions in the state except to save the life of the mother. The bill requires the Department of Health to create an educational video and other materials explaining to practitioners when an abortion is legally allowed. Governor Nome is expected to sign the bill.
In national and international news, this week marks a crucial juncture of the 2024 presidential elections. The outcome of the 15-state Super Tuesday GOP primaries is poised to propel former President Donald Trump closer to securing the Republican nomination. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden's forthcoming State of the Union address offers an opportunity to address the nation's deep-seated divisions. Despite internal strife within the party in Michigan, Trump clinched all 39 GOP primary delegates in the state, underscoring his ongoing dominance. Additionally, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley emerged victorious in the D.C. GOP primary, marking her first win of the year. Despite the seeming inevitability of Trump's nomination, Haley hinted at a potential shift in her stance in an interview, suggesting she may no longer feel bound by the Republican National Committee's pledge to support the eventual nominee. Negotiations for a ceasefire in Gaza continue, even as more children fall victim to starvation in the conflict-ridden area. Here's Kevin Phillips with more.
Talks convened in Cairo yesterday aimed at brokering an Israel-Hamas ceasefire and securing the release of hostages from Gaza. But notably, Israel did not dispatch a delegation. Hamas insists on a permanent cessation of hostilities before releasing hostages. Meanwhile, pressure mounts in the U.S. for an end to the violence. Vice President Harris issued a strong call on Sunday for increased humanitarian aid and urged Israel to facilitate its delivery into the enclave, citing dire conditions where people are suffering from starvation.
A contentious Texas immigration law stands on the verge of implementation this week, pending Supreme Court action. Senate Bill 4, if enacted, would empower state law enforcement to arrest and detain individuals suspected of illegal entry into the country. And despite a federal judge's recent blockage of the bill, citing potential proliferation of the state-specific immigration laws, an appeals court granted a temporary reprieve. Texas Governor Greg Abbott lends his support to the legislation, while immigration advocates caution against heightened racial profiling and detentions. Abbott has criticized President Biden's perceived inaction at the border, urging him to utilize executive authority to address the crisis. In response, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas contends that congressional consensus is necessary to resolve the issue. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Today, a high of 42, overnight low 23. That was your Daily Slice for Monday, March 4th of 2024. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by Amy Rose with Kevin Phillips. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm Amy Rose. Have a great day.